So you see death now, grieving, and people dying, and people's emotions and feelings and all that. It's deep, you know. Like, one time I've had to choose which funeral I go to. I can't be in two places at one time, and I actually ended up in hospital once, going to two funerals in one day. It was just all too much. It's just a lot. It's deep. It's deep, it's deep, it's deep. But the last thing people want to do is upset people and feel that you've got to choose which one you've got to go to. If you don't go to one, somebody's going to be upset. It's sad. It's sad all around. Anyway, everyone's grieving, but people grieve different. I remember when my dad passed away, I think I was angry. Like, other people that have passed away, so I've just been crying, and then it's turned into different emotions, anger and stuff, and it's not good, you know. And I try and avoid people catching off my vibes and how I'm feeling, so I would tend to stay away rather than spread sad or unhappy vibes. Like, some people like happy, you might be really crying and people, oh, don't cry, don't cry. How can you tell someone that's grieving and that how to act and what to do? You know, it's difficult. I've had like memorials, anniversaries. I don't really do anniversaries. When my dad passed away, to be honest, I don't want to remember certain days and times, but he passed away on his own and he was left in a flat. Nobody knew for days. And then when I found out I was actually coming from Tesco, I was at the checkout, and it was like, wow. Sometimes when we break news, make sure a person's sitting down, or, you know, like, wow. It was a shock, a big shock. I'm doing my daily chores in Tesco, and I get a phone call saying your dad's passed away. What? Oh, wow. I was coming home crying, trying not to make people see and get emotional. I saw a friend. I said, my dad's dead, you know. I was trying to fight back the tears and just get in and, like, take on board what I've just been told. So when his funeral was now, oh, I went to see him as well. Difficult. I'm not very good with things like that. Not at all. Like, I'm like a child, like, you gotta hold my hand kind of thing and come in with me then. Yeah, really and truly. And then when my mum passed away now, I had to step up. No support, you know, just on my own. And my mum's in a box, in a coffin. I had to tiptoe on my toes to make sure it was my mum, because I'm thinking, is my mum really dead? I even phoned the hospital. I needed to hear it myself. Is my mum really dead? You lying? And then I was dreaming about her phoning me. I'd wake up and go to phone my mum and realise she's dead. Like, the realisation didn't really kick in for many days later. You know, some people, I still can't believe they're gone and all that. But it's not that we don't remember. We'll never forget. Never, ever forget. You know, people are in our hearts and we remember them, and that in our own ways. So no one should feel away if somebody didn't attend a funeral or a memorial or a remembrance, or they didn't even post. And I think it was my son's dad's. Like, I don't even know what to say to my son. Like he said, take his photo down off the fridge. I think it's because it hurt so much, and I was like that at first. Some things I just didn't want to see my mum's photos. I had all her stuff here. I got lots of her stuff here. I just can't deal with it. Every time I looked at the photos, I'm crying. And yeah, a lot of deaths, too many to mention. And then it's not a competition who's grieving the most, and definitely not. Do you know what I mean? Like, wow, the list could go on. The list could go on. You know, even when I think oh, I think I forgot to mention that person, R.I.P., that person, R.I.P., that person. Just so many. But yeah, as long as we got people in our hearts, and the people will live on, you know. People mustn't take it personal. Or, you know, people grieve in different ways. Some people are still angry, you know, and I know they take it different. I remember my best friend dying and how I felt. I couldn't sleep, nothing. I got my mum's ashes in my bedroom. So it's deep, you know. I have to make plans and lots of decisions, and I've had to write a will and what will happen to my mum's ashes and everything. It's deep, and people don't know how other people are feeling and what they've gone through. So no one should judge nobody how they grieve and how they pay their respects and remembrance and whatever. You don't know what a person's going through or whatever. And yeah, that's it on death, really. And I hope people can cope with it, you know. My aim is to remain sane. You know, I even couldn't string a sentence together the other day. You know, death is not, it's not just about crying and that. It's your thoughts, getting your head together. And I've done some stupid stuff. Not thinking properly, brain blockage, not remembering stuff, not remembering people. After I'm thinking, who was that? Ah, it's deep. It's deep. But bless, one love to all.